Alright, guys, welcome to part 3, raising good humans. Okay, let's see what we're gonna read today. What not to say. Page 97. Listening. What not to say. Listening is one big part of building a stronger connection between us and our children. Letting go of our impulse to solve every problem is another big part. After that, what do we say? We can't stay silent forever, and some responses are better than others. First, let's look at the kind of words that are not helpful. Let's imagine that your child has run over to you from the sandbox, clearly upset. Riley stole my bucket. She used to like me, but now she went somewhere else and she's being mean to me. I hate this playground. What do you say? If you're like most of us, your response might sound like one of these. Oh, honey, I bet Riley still likes you. Sometimes things like this happen. Don't be so soft. If you shared more, then you would still have your friend. Why don't you nicely ask Riley to give it back? You're fine. Do you want a snack? Sounds familiar? Chances are you have heard yourself or other parents responding to children in some of these ways. Now let's imagine instead that you are on the receiving end of these responses. Instead of the bucket and sandbox scenario, imagine that your longtime friend Riley isn't giving back a jacket she borrowed and has been giving you the cold shoulder. You go to your partner upset and wanted to talk about it. And this is what your partner says. Oh, honey, I bet Riley still likes you. Sometimes things like this happen. Don't be so soft. If you share more, then you still have your friend. Why don't you nicely ask Riley to give it back? You're fine. Do you want a snack? Ooh. No, I'm not fine. I don't want a snack. Yikes. How can anybody be so insensitive? Yet this is the way we talk to our children a lot of the time. Most of us were not taught skillful ways to respond to someone who has a problem. None of those responses acknowledge the person's feelings. They are all unhelpful because they send a message of non-acceptance. If we say something like, if you share more, you'll still have your friend, we stop the conversation with our blame and judgment. If we say sometimes things like this happens, don't be so soft, we are denying how the person feels. If we try to help the person fix the problem, saying, why don't you nicely ask Riley to give it back? Then we are skipping over acknowledging how the person feels, which is terribly irritating. The worst part is that all these responses created rupture in our relationships, in our connection to our children that forms the foundation of cooperation. It's a good one. Barriers to communication. Actually, I'm going to end it on that one. I think that was really good. I'm going to end it on that one. That was 97. Why not to say? I'm going to end it on that one. The next one we will do is barriers to communication.